Hello, everyone. You see right here, you saw last week, Oscar. She was emerged victorious over Becky Lynch over getting number one contendership. Now things have turned around again. Becky Lynch just coming off the heels on Raw. As we can show you right now, we can get the picture on there right quick. Becky Lynch went against winning against Oscar. We thought Becky Lynch was going to address the situation of her not receiving a Raw Women's Championship match, but Becky Lynch found a way somehow to get where she needed to go. We'll talk about that as well as Bobby Lashley and Almost had their match as well. There's a lot going on tonight, as well as a huge six-man tag team match. Riddle kicks off Raw, teaming up with the Street Profits to take on the new undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, the Usos, and Sami Zayn making their appearance from SmackDown. I don't know why he did, but it is what it is. Also, too, Jerry the King Lawler. He talks to Veer Mahan on the King's Court and try to get in the head of Veer on why he keeps attacking the Mysterios. Plus, two mixed tag team matches well. Liv Morgan, AJ Styles team up against Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. And two, Cody Rhodes goes one-on-one against The Miz. It's a battle of the reality TV wrestling stars. You know how they go. All this and more when the pro wrestling show starts right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, KJ Dix here. Glad you can join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. We're just getting off of Raw, and we're immediately following Raw recaps, highlights, and reviews of Monday Night Raw for tonight. And what a show we have for you coming up. We're going to talk about a lot going on Raw. We're going to talk about Riddle kicking off Raw. But hey, we're going to start off. First thing first, join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling Show here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribing is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Like I said, we are live in effect. As you see, Edge and Judgment Day, we'll talk about them later on in the show. But we kick off with Matt Riddle. Riddle kicked off Raw with a bang, talking about his heartfelt sympathy and deep for Randy Orton from coming out the fallout from SmackDown. And Riddle and Randy Orton Radar Arcade Bro challenged the Usos for the undisputed tag team titles to unify the belts. Well, Riddle and Randy Orton unfortunately couldn't get the job done, but Riddle said that Randy Orton was trying his best because he had a bad back, and he was trying to make it for Riddle, make it for the fans, but it just didn't pan out the way it did. Riddle getting the emotion that he vows that Randy Orton will come back. He don't know for sure, but he said that he vows to get revenge on Rated Arcade on the Bloodline, Roman Reigns, and the Usos. And he's gonna start off with that coming soon and coming shortly. Well, Riddle didn't have no further than tag team partners for the night. Street Profits, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins teamed up against the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, and Sami Zayn. Well, Riddle had got his message, but the Usos got the message as well. The new unified tag team champions made it clear that they're holding all the gold, the Raw and SmackDown gold, to unify the tag team belts. If they're gonna do all that, they might well bring that old retro belt back with the black on it, black and gold. Bring that back since you got a red belt and the blue belt. Make more sense than that to me. But Sami Zayn teamed up with the Usos, and you see right here, the Usos walked out. The tag team champions didn't want no part of no more and left Sami Zayn for himself, to fend for himself. And the Red RK um Riddle and the Street Profits got the win over the tag team champions and Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn eating the pin and losing. Well, Sami Zayn got a lot of problems for himself, but Riddle doing the thing for himself. Good for Riddle. Also, too, the Almighty Bobby Lashley set up an Almighty challenge for his opponent that he's gonna meet at Hell in a Cell. He's gonna meet Almost at Hell in a Cell 1-on-1. But this time Lashley get to pick the stipulation, or whoever wins the match pick the stipulation. Lashley wanted MVP in the match. MVP was a little bit scared, but MVP accepted. So we're gonna see Lashley versus MVP. It's been a long time coming. As you see, when you see Lashley versus MVP, Lashley did try to go out the MVP. MVP showing no ring rust whatsoever. And MVP was trying to win for his team, but with the help of Omos, MVP gets the win for his team. So we see now that MVP gets to pick this one. So I don't know, MVP gonna pick the stipulation or Omos gonna pick the stipulation. Somebody's gonna be picking the stipulation in that match. We don't know what the match could be. It could be any match. It could be falls count anywhere. You done steel cage. So that's what it's gonna lean towards, to falls count anywhere, or last man standing match, or brawl. We just don't know. But we just have to wait and see and anticipate what that match could be coming forward for MVP and almost what they might have on their sleeve coming up for that. Also, too, the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day Edge, the leader of the Judgment Day, Rhea Ripley, and Damian Priest, they have been a unstoppable trio as of late. In the Judgment Day, as you see right here, Edge, Rhea Ripley, doing some work, and we know that they're targeting AJ Styles and Finn Balor and Liv Morgan. Well, we know they want them to join the group, but the Judgment Day put the offer out there and named random superstars and personalities to join the group. We haven't heard who's going to join the group. We saw that AJ Styles and Liv Morgan got beat up, but where was the whereabouts of Finn Balor? What was Finn Balor at? Finn Balor didn't show up whatsoever, and you kind of got to wonder, like, what's going on with Finn Balor when they had this mixed tag team match. Finn Balor would know what to be found, know what to be seen. So you got to wonder what's going on with Finn. Is Finn Balor about to join the Judgment Day? Only time will tell on that. The Judgment Day, Corey Graves said, what's their purpose? I believe their purpose is to dominate Raw and win championships. Edge might want to crack at the World Championship, the WWE title. Damian might want the U.S. title back. Rhea might want the women's title. So it's anybody's ball game and guessing what the Judgment Day wants to do, especially Edge, the inspirational leader of the Judgment Day, attacking Rhea Ripley and AJ Styles and left them to be left laying in the ring. Also, too, Alexa Bliss was in action. Alexa Bliss took on Nikki Ash and won her match. So they were slowly building Alexa Bliss back up from that Fiend gimmick. So Alexa Bliss won her match over Nikki Ash. Also, too, Jerry the King Lawler, the king of wrestling. Jerry Lawler, former Raw commentator, made a rare appearance on Raw, and the King had held his King's Court, interviewing Veer Mahan, and asked Veer why is he doing the things he's doing to attack the Mysterios. You know, Veer Mahan has been attacking Rey and Dominic Mysterio as of late, as Rey and Dominic has returned And Veer was trying to get his hands on Mysterio's until Mysterio's found the way and kept preventing Veer from getting into the ring. So Veer Mahan got his hands full, all right, with Ray and Dominic, and that might lead to a match. Probably a Hell in a Cell, if you ask me, for him, Mysterio and Dominic, with Veer Mahan ready to attack. I'm assuming it's going to be a 2-on-1 handicap match between them two, Ray and Dominic against Veer. That's what Veer had done last week. Also, too, there was the countdown clock. Cody Rhodes, the rising news coming back and returning to WWE, getting his second chance once again in WWE. Cody Rhodes making an impact, if you ask me. Cody Rhodes was in action against The Miz. Cody had the countdown clock once again. They trying to boost up ratings with that countdown clock to come and see Cody. Well, Cody went against The Miz. Cody fought The Miz, a good high paced match. But coming out of nowhere, Seth Rollins came out there. Seth Rollins attacking Cody Rhodes with The Miz. The Miz helped along with Seth to put Cody out. And Cody was beating a pulp as the Seth Rollins took Cody's belt that he gave to a fan and whipped him with the belt. But Cody Rhodes showing the true heroic way, returning the belt back to the fan to give to him. And we know that Cody Rhodes will want to get his hands on Seth Rollins, and we know that's going to happen in merely 2 weeks at Hell in a Cell between them two. Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins will do battle and Hell in a Cell for in a Hell in a Cell, and we'll have it a Hell in a Cell special. Predict the outcome special for Hell in a Cell. So look for that the day before or the day of Hell in a Cell when I make the predictions on who's going to win between Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Cody has a 2-0 advantage over Seth Rollins. I don't think Seth Rollins is still kind of got over not defeating Cody at Backlash nor WrestleMania. So could this be Seth Rollins' opportunity to make a third row by defeating Cody? And what that's going to leave with Cody heading on towards a next feud going forward. Speaking of Seth's wife, Becky Lynch was trying to politic her way into a championship match. We know Becky Lynch was trying to figure out why did Cody, not Cody, but why Asuka got herself an opportunity last week, and she asked Adam Pearce for another rematch against Asuka, and Adam Pearce accepted, and so we got the match that everyone was talking about. Becky Lynch went against Asuka, and if Asuka won, she would be added to the women's championship match. So it was a lot at stake going on. But Becky Lynch found the way possible. Bianca Bella was stand at ringside watching the match intently. Both women are fierce rivals, but we remember last week when Asuka won her match, and Asuka got the victory over Becky Lynch, earned herself a no one contendership match. So that last week it was supposed to be a 1-on-1 match, Bianca Belair versus Asuka. Now things have changed, and Becky Lynch won over Asuka with the help of what she did. Asuka inadvertently kicked Bianca Belair out, knocked her out, but Becky Lynch found the way, and she pinned Asuka. Now, thus, it's a triple threat match for the Raw Women's title. Hell in a Cell. Now, Becky Lynch could get her championship back that she lost from Bianca. She could do so in 1 week's time if she can. Now, in the rules of a triple threat match, the champion does not have to be pinned to lose her title. So Becky could pin Asuka like she did tonight to win back her championship with Bianca not being involved in the finish that she was knocked out earlier. So there's a lot going on with that. And to an honorable mention as well, we want to say that Elias, not Elias, but Ezekiel, Elias's younger brother, had made mention that he won a match and he did pin Chad Gable, but Kevin Owens wants a match against Ezekiel and he'll get that match at Hell in a Cell 1-on-1. So a lot of matches from the Raw brand being added. Don't be surprised and shocked neither that Veer Mahan and Ray and Dominic in a 2-on-1 handicap match. So there's a lot of matches from Raw that's looking strong or a huge 6-man tag team match, but we could see that match at a stadium show coming forward. So there's no time telling on that. So we want to see that. All right, that ends the Raw Ring report. Let's move forward quickly. The Wrestling Hot Topics. Wrestling Hot Topics. We told you last week that Nature Boy Ric Flair, we want to show you Ric Flair. Where's the Nature Boy? Nature Boy Ric Flair, there you go. The Nature Boy going to be doing his last match and Ric Flair's last match. We're hearing rumors and reports that it could be the immortal Hulk Hogan being in that 6-man tag where Ric Flair team up with FTR to take on the Rock and Roll Express and Hulk Hogan. But we don't know for sure, but we'll find out later. Ric Flair really wanted Ricky Steamboat since they had their match in Nashville, but Ricky Steamboat declined. So we don't know what's going on with that. Plus, two, the People's Champion, The Rock. Having Young Rock tomorrow. Look for that. The season finale, a 1-hour special long. So The Rock doing his thing as well. So we know The Rock got renewed for Young Rock. And then two, there's been reports about The Rock clearing his schedule that he has nothing going on during next year, the first quarter of WrestleMania. So The Rock could be possibly going against the Universal Champion Roman Reigns 1-on-1, probably at WrestleMania. That could be a possibility. So we could be seeing that coming forward into fruition, heading towards The Rock versus Roman Reigns. The seeds were planted on The Rock show, Young Rock, when Roman was a young boy and The Rock was somewhat young himself, but older. But we could be seeing the seeds planted going forward with that. So it's a lot going on with that. So hey, it is what it is. All right. We're gonna end the Raw Ring report and the Pro Wrestling Show with the one and only Becky Lynch winning her match, earning herself a triple threat, earning herself being added into the match in a triple threat match. So Becky Lynch finally might win her championship back that she never lost. So thank you all for watching the Pro Wrestling Show presents the Raw Ring Report. I've been your host, Kendrick Dick, saying so long, and we'll see you tomorrow night. And tomorrow night, on for the NXT Ring Report, it'll be around 11 o'clock ish or near midnight. We're gonna make sure we can do that for you. So for me being Kendrick Dick, saying so long, and thank you for watching the Pro Wrestling Show. See you tomorrow.